Morning, Rick Stein here again, RLS Properties. As you know, with me it's all about the financing. I'm doing another purchase in Willingboro, New Jersey, as we speak, and here's how I'm going to finance it. I already own 9 Midfield Lane in Willingboro, and it's rented out for $15.50 a month. Very good tenants, they pay on time, which always makes me smile. They keep the place in good condition, which makes me giddy. And they basically take good care of the place, which makes me just ecstatic. So anyway, here's how I bought it. I have a $90,000 first mortgage on it with a private lender that I've used, well, I say used, who has invested many times in my properties. This particular deal is he has $90,000 invested with me, which is the first lien on the property, and it's at 5.5%. And one of the nice things I can do with this particular guy is that he will allow me to delay the first payment for 4 or 5 months, so that while the property is being rehabbed, I don't have to pay him. I mean, I do pay him, but it's delayed until I have cash flow. Anyway, I have $90,000 first lien, and I have a second on it at $25,000, which I used for part of the rehab. That's at 9%. The gentleman who lent me that money lent it to me from his self-directed IRA. So it's a total of $115,000. Well, now I'm buying another property in Willingboro. I guess you could take it, understand, I like Willingboro. And the purchase price is $86,000. So what he's going to do, I called him up and I said, listen, I'm going to cash you out on your loan. His loan is not due for another 1.5 years, so I have time. But I'm going to cash you out now because on every loan there is no prepayment penalty. All right, you have to pay him out whenever you want. I'm going to cash you out now, and then what I'd like you to do is to take that money and turn it around and give it to me for the new property. Which he said, yes. Now let's talk about something philosophically. Some people are afraid to ask other people for money. I never ask people to lend me money. I ask them if they'd like to invest in one of my projects. People don't like to lend money because it has a connotation of loss. And like you're desperate, you're standing there in the corner for a handout. I'm not asking for a loan. I'm asking for them if they want to invest for their own use, their own wealth building in one of my projects. So in my mind, I'm doing them a favor. Instead of them leaving money in a money market account, collecting dust, or a CD, collecting a little bit more than dust, they can invest with me in 5.5%, 6%, something reasonable. They're getting a really good return. It's secured by a lien on the property. If I don't pay them, they can foreclose on me. I've never missed a payment. And it's a good deal all around. So in any event, I'm refinancing this loan with my credit union, which will turn into a long-term amortized loan. I will still have cash flow on it. I'm eliminating this 9% loan. The entire loan with the credit union will be about between 5.5% and 6%, and again, I will still have cash flow on it. Then I'm taking the money, and I'm taking that $90,000 that he's getting returned at closing. He's going to give it to me for this property, and I'm going to do the same exact thing all over again. I'm going to take it, I'm going to ask him, and he'll probably say yes, because he has in the past, if we can delay the first closing 5 months until I have the property refinanced. And he'll say yes. Now here's an interesting little twist with this. In this property, let's talk about this property a little bit. This property is in foreclosure, but the loan is only for about $70,000, so it's not a short sale because I'm buying it for $86,000. The after repaired value is about $160,000. So at $86,000, she's paying off a loan and she's getting about $15,000 left over after closing costs and so forth. So she's okay with that. Am I doing her a favor? Yes, I am doing her a favor because she's going to avoid the foreclosure, and then we're getting her an apartment somewhere. But I don't know exactly when this is going to close because I will not close with her in there because I don't want to have to evict her. So what do I do with the $90,000? I don't want to just give it back to him And then 60 days later, I say, I need it. He says, well, we spent it. Then what do I do? So what's going to happen is this $90,000 is going to go into my title company. It's going to go into escrow. And will he have a lien on the property? No, but it's collateralized by the cash. So I'm not holding it. My title company will be holding it. Collateralized by the cash. I can't use it until I buy the property. Then we'll recollateralize it by this property. So he's golden. I know the money is there. And we're both in good shape. Then what I'll do is I have a more unsecured line of credit I will use for the rehab. And then I'm going to flip it and cash everybody out. And then do what? Hey, you got cashed out again? Why don't we retread that money into another project? He loves getting the checks. And his wife loves getting the checks. Because he has several loans with me. He's getting more than $1,000 a month. And it's not in his credit union collecting dust. So he's a happy man. He's told his friends about me. And everybody's happy. So there you go.